I don't think that means that, any of the other companies may not be just as bad, but at the very least, the ones that we know are for sure bad, we can just make the decision to just not use them.
Not me getting Chick-fil-A the other day. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Rebecca.
Welcome to the Burnout Collective. Hey.
Hello. How's it going, Jamie?
It's just swell, Rebecca. How's your week been?
It's it's been a weird week. It's been kind of a rough week. I think we are both exhausted and uh but we're here. This is episode 11. We're doing great. Episode 11, vaguely gesturing.
Vaguely gesturing.
Also wanted to call it Incel Island, but we went with vaguely gesturing.
I asked you.
No, I know. Thank you, Alyssa, by the way, for joining us last week.
Oh
If you
yeah.
haven't watched that yet, please go ahead and watch last week's episode. It was really great. We talked to Alyssa about job search. We had so much fun, and we are in the works getting another guest to come on and hopefully talk to us next week. She quit her 9 to 9 a while ago and is now recovering from years and years and years of just working 80-hour weeks. We're really excited to get that up and running.
Can we share her name or not yet?
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Madeline
Madeline Shores. She's
Shores.
formerly at Vanguard, and she is now in Colorado and recovering.
I mean, honestly, that's a good place to recover, in my opinion.
She does outside things, hiking and
Oh.
being outside. I don't know what people do outside, but it's
Rebecca started
one of those
Jamie.
things.
I have a stupid pint glass that says, oh, what are those? Some e-cards or something? You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
And it said, it says I'm outdoorsy and that I like to drink on balconies or something like that.
Yeah, no, that works.
Patios.
That's
That's me.
that's my level of outdoorsy.
I mean, I do
On a
really love
board.
to hike. I do really love to hike and I do love nature, but I don't love crawly things in nature.
We weren't really sure what to cover this week. I know we've both had really long weeks, and so I think the news has not been helpful. And so one of the things that we were talking about was basically the entire burnout, not just from a work standpoint, but just again, vaguely gesturing life, news, media standpoint,
Yeah.
and everything that's been going on.
I think I had texted you earlier this week. It was probably even in the middle of the week because I was, fuck, I don't know what we're gonna do. And I was thinking about it and everything going on. It was just, I just texted you. I kind of want a podcast about fucking Zuckerberg. And you were,
Yes,
yes.
I can't wait.
All
The one
thanks for
good
bits for
thing
Snoop.
that has kept me going, if we're going to talk about media, is joining Rednote.
Oh my God. No, 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 no.
It's been
I have to
okay.
explain. I have to explain how this happened real quick.
Okay.
So, Rebecca and I haven't even gotten a chance to really talk much this week because she's been really busy and bogged down with a lot of meetings at work. And I get on a call with her, and she's clearly, honestly, you guys, she's just burnt out. She's just burnt out. And she was miserable and she was not happy and she was just very blah. And then by the way, did you, because she's our TikTok person. All of our really cool clips and videos, that's all Rebecca. And she's amazing and she's really good at it. And I'm too old to understand TikTok. So I was like, hey, have you tried Rednote? Have you gone over to Rednote? And she was like, no, I'm not gonna go over there. And then I'm still talking to her, and all of a sudden what was the first thing you saw? What was the first video you saw?
It was either of babies or Chinese gay people or no, it was a Luigi Mangione. It was Luigi Mangione. It was yes, it was a Luigi stand post. And then it was grats, you found Chinese gay TikTok and Chinese baby TikTok. And home. Like beautiful homes and nail art and makeup and it was great.
And
Sorry,
she
not TikTok, Red Note.
and she was just so just externally excited and just loving it and living for it. And she'd be like, I'm sorry, Jamie, I can't do that right now. I'm watching babies fall down in the snow. It's okay. Tried to get her to play games with us last night. Nope. Still watching babies fall down in the snow. What else did you?
Honestly, they
Luigi
have like
cosplays. That was the best. That was really good.
Luigi fine art, just these really delicate pencil drawings of
Oh, yeah.
Luigi.
Yeah.
And they're fucking funny too. And what's even funnier is watching Americans realize that China isn't their government. There are actual people there who, are people and who are funny and also all the Chinese people posting me, welcome Americans, set down your cowboy hats and cowboy boots and have a hamburger.
Let's eat some spaghetti with a big glass of whole milk. Did you just bite
I
me?
know.
It's so good. Has anyone else
I-
ventured over to Rednote? I'm curious if anybody has checked it out.
And so many cats, by the way. There's just a wealth of adorable fucking
Of
cats.
course. There's no corner of the internet that is without cats.
No, but these are Chinese cats, which is different.
Okay.
One has a work badge. I don't know what his job is, but it's a picture of a cat with his little work badge. I think he might be at the train station, I think. But we'll be learning
I
Mandarin now
thought you just
because
meant somebody took their cat to work.
no, no, he has a little work badge,
Love it. You didn't send me
his
that.
ID.
Just saying.
Yes. So,
Just saying.
so
Um,
and then the Chinese babies, because they dress them adults, so they have these very beautiful outfits on, and then they're just so small and cute and just adorable. I don't know, they're just really cute.
I'm
It's
so
been
glad.
great, okay?
No,
It's
I
like,
was thrilled because it was night and day. You were just so depressed, and then you were, I don't think I'm gonna try it, and then you tried it, and you were, this is everything. My life is so much better.
yes, and I am legitimately learning Mandarin. So,
I love that for you. Rebecca will be speaking fluent Mandarin in about 2.5 weeks. You guys, 2.5 weeks.
yes,
That's my guess, depending.
yes.
Depending.
I am just gonna, might as well. But so Chinese government has my information, totally okay with that because in return I
But
have
not your
received a
location.
wealth, not my location, I won't share that with them, but I have received a wealth of joy and beautiful Chinese cooking videos. Oh my God, the pastry is exquisite.
Mhm.
They have so many beautiful pastry videos with these fluffy pancakes or these little things that look
No,
bunnies or Hello
don't do
Kitties.
this. Now I'm gonna be hungry. Don't
I'm
do
sorry,
that.
but I actually am really hungry.
Yeah, me
But
too.
so it's just,
Should have gotten
it's been
Uncrustable.
so nice.
I'm so happy.
See, even just talking about that, now I'm in a better mood.
See? Aw, that's all you needed. I should have
Yeah.
given you the Rednote pep talk. Just it's like giving a little kid a coloring book and crayons. Just
What
saying.
is depressing though, which I think might lead us into our topic, is again the amount of Americans being, oh my God, they're actual people. They're funny. They don't live in shacks and they have running water. The amount of people who are flabbergasted.
I'm I'm irritated.
I am too.
it's ridiculous that people are, oh my God, Chinese people are funny. Please stop.
Yes.
Please stop
Yes.
it.
It's really, it's, oh, and then there was one video. Holy shit. So there's this one guy, he's like, hey, TikTok refugees, welcome. He goes, if you really want to make it up, if you want to make it on this app, here's one sentence you need to learn how to say in Chinese. And he said, fuck, he said, Taiwan is a part of China. He was being funny. The comments are, oh my God, King, thank you so much. LOL, American here. I was, oh no. They thought he was serious because no one fucking knows anything because
American.
public school, American. And oh no. The amount of people who were great advice, thank you so much was, oh, they're gonna ban us just based on our stupidity alone, to be totally honest. But it's been really, actually, let's jump right into it because it has been a week where everyone is fucking exhausted and irritated with everything we're seeing. And when you were like, let's talk about Zuckerberg, yes, fucking let's. Because number one,
There's so many things. There's so many things.
I want to talk about the AI Meta's AI issue. And then I also want to talk about his recent manness or whatever the fuck he's doing, his alpha male energy, which, by the way, Mark, it just looks you're now the type of guy who says the N word in all the songs when you're singing along. And you go, it's part of the song.
He
That's
totally
the energy you're
does.
giving off.
He totally
And you're
does.
also giving off, I am in the middle of a divorce. Because he said that the feminine culture at Meta is neutering the workplace culture, having feminine energy. He removed the tampons from the male bathroom or
Mm-hmm.
the men's bathroom, which it isn't just even a trans rights thing. Tampons are fucking expensive. Maybe you have someone who doesn't have money to, maybe their mom needs one. Maybe their wife or sister needs them. Also, maybe they're just a really fucking nice guy who carries one around or two in his bag just to be a nice guy to have them for his friends who menstruate.
But I have to
Like,
be I have to be honest though. If one of my guy friends was, "Oh, I have a tampon if you need it," I would be, "What? What? Why?"
I wouldn't mind if my guy friends were, here's a tampon. That would be, thank you.
No, it would be weird.
Oh, okay. Well, regardless,
Just
that's
like
not going to happen anymore at Meta
anonymous
because
rogue tampons. I don't know.
the men no longer have access. And if there are any trans men, sometimes they still menstruate and sometimes they still need fucking
And also doesn't even have to
tampons.
be it doesn't even have to be
Also, it's none of your
trans men.
business. It's
Yeah.
none of your business.
Why
It's none of your
remove
business.
it? There's so much going on too of removing great things or things that should be great and can be great. The DEI
Yeah.
bullshit. Which
Would you to talk about them getting rid of the DEI program? Because that's a whole nother thing.
I'm just so much there's just a lot. There's a lot to unpack. And what really kills me, and I did think about this when all of the big companies, I feel like, just started creating DEI initiatives and programs.
Mhm.
And it feels like this only happened a few years ago.
Yes.
And this is literally 2020, 2022, 2023.
They called them outdated DEI initiative.
But I'm talking about, why were these initiatives just started a few years ago? You know what I mean? That's what's
Well,
fucked up.
I mean, correct. It was the whole Black Lives Matter movement that accelerated it. And so the white saviors decided to jump on that bandwagon.
White savior.
And now that I guess it's been enough
Can we
time.
beat that?
No, they no longer have to fucking performatively do this shit. And now they're
Yeah.
just, oh, that's over with because the new president is coming in and he's garbage. So that gives us permission to fucking be garbage.
Well, that's why Zuck is acting. I mean, well, Zuck is acting Zuck, but also just listen. Now I have to backtrack
Go for it.
because when we decided we were going to do this, I am going to. I knew that Zuck was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and I actually don't even want to say their names. So I knew he was on the podcast. Obviously, I've
Joe
never.
R. Joe R. and Mark Z.
JR, Junior and Z, Junior and little Z.
Something's fucking little.
Anyway, so it's basically just I decided I was going to listen to it, and I was super weird about it because I'm going to open an incognito browser, and
It's porn.
well, I didn't want to be associated with it. I didn't want to add to the numbers. I didn't want to be, you know, I don't want Overlord Googs to swoop in and be like, "Oh, this is what you like, huh? I know exactly what you like. This guy.
Next
These
thing you know, you're getting
these
ads for like
incels."
Trump commemorative coins or the Trump teddy bear or a My Pillow. You're just being served really specific ads on Google.
Fucking my pillow. So anyway, I'm gonna listen to the whole thing and I'm gonna take notes and like find content for the podcast on Thursday. And I think I listened to 15 minutes of it and it was excruciating and I just gave up. I was like, I can't anymore. I wrote down notes and it was 3 or 4 notes just of me being angry. And then the last note was, I can't do this anymore. I quit. Because
See,
it was
you said you
bad.
had the black You said he had black eyes, right? Just
It was Dark Willow, y'all, from Buffy.
oh
And
yeah.
and that's not, it wasn't that he did. He does. He has those just demon eyes. I don't know. But okay.
When you lose empathy and compassion and a conscience and a soul.
But that's what it was on the podcast is he looked like such a buffoon and sounded like such a buffoon because he was very nervous and just like scrambling to be on the right side
I'm
before
so cool, you
the new
guys.
president
I'm so
comes in.
cool.
No, not
Yes. He
that.
wants to
Just
be
yeah, he wants to be, a little red hat dumper.
oh no, that's what I mean. I think he wants to be so cool to the fucking MAGA people and to Joe.
And it was just it's all you know how it is. Just watching
I
two.
think I said yesterday, he gives off the energy of a man who really wants to call a woman a cunt and hasn't been able to.
Mhm.
And now he can.
Oh, this is another note I had. I didn't even realize. So it was on YouTube, and one of the first comments I saw on YouTube was shocking. He was able to maintain his human form for the duration of the show. And then he was talking about just security and keeping all the metaverse, safe from hackers and everything. And he literally said, I wish I didn't go back to listen to it. I wish I had an exact quote. I do not. But he said, we we put in all this effort to make sure that everything's safe and secure, to protect ourselves and our users from hackers. And how did he say it? We haven't we haven't had, and then he paused and he's, we haven't had too many incidents. And it's okay.
Yeah.
Why did you say that?
What does too many mean? Five,
Yeah.
seven,
How
what? Like
many
what?
is that? There could have been 1 million, but you've only had 300? Or
Yeah.
what's the percentage?
Yeah.
Anyway, it was god awful. Please don't listen to it. It's shit.
And he said that they're no longer going to be fact checking
So many things.
because it restricts free speech.
He's
As a journalist, I take umbrage to that. And I have a really fucking tough time because, as we just demonstrated with the amount of people over on Rednote being, oh, thanks, guys, for the Taiwan note, we are stupid and we should be fact checking.
and we believe everything we see. Well, by we, I mean
Yes.
not us, but
No one
like
knows how to fucking Google. It takes 2 seconds to it. They don't know how, and they just repeat stupid shit. And now he's just opened the doorway for more fucking stupid people.
yeah. It's just going to be easier too to just perpetuate honestly outright lies, and especially with him, licking dumps. I just don't want to say the names, but dumps toes, and groveling. Yes, literally we research and fact check for our jobs. It's not a widespread skill.
But this is where the moral injury comes in. And so that's what we were talking about is burnout versus moral injury. And what moral injury is the exhaustion of watching fucking bad things happen around you and people co-signing them and then more bad things happening and people continuing to support the bad things that are fucking happening. It's a systemic thing or a cultural
Yeah.
thing. And that's what this week has been is just watching everything around us burn down and having to be okay, well, good luck us on Monday.
It's just insane. You just started these programs and they're basically saying we think we're being too unfair to the white man, the white man. So we want to get rid of that so that it's just fair for everyone and
It's never,
all
and see,
men, 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 men.
and this is the moral injury because there is no understanding of what equity is, equality. They think it needs to be equal. And when you already have had a leg up, it's never going to be equal. It needs to be equitable. This is where the rage for me comes in, and I get black eyes because I don't understand why. people can't fucking grasp this. It's not hard to.
We were a little too quick to remove transphobic hate speech. Sorry, go ahead. That's
Yeah,
basically what it
yeah.
is.
We just wanted to say the R word again.
Just say
Just that's our favorite. Also, we really like calling things gay too, and then you said we had to stop.
Oh,
That's the energy.
there was also a clip of Dump doing an interview, and a reporter asked, oh my God, the reporter asked if Dump thought Meta eliminated the fact-checking program because of threats that Dump has made to Z in the past. And just
Mhm.
immediately Dumps probably, oh, probably, and was puffing out his chest and proud of it.
He does what I tell him to do.
Face bumps the reporter, face bumps,
Yeah,
chest bumps,
it's this weird
dick
toxic
bumps.
masculinity macho bullshit. Oh, they definitely touch tips.
Remember bumps? Like
Yes.
our first
If
episode.
anyone's giving dick bumps, it's those assholes.
Hmm. It's ridiculous.
One thing that I really appreciate about Yahoo is that they do have a robust DEI program. And it's not perfect, but I mean,
I mean, they do
every
now.
alliance
Uh-oh. Did
to
I?
neurodivergence, to LGBTQ, they really do support those employees. I do have to give them that. They make a really concerted effort to do that. And when we're hiring for interns, a lot of our candidates came from historically Black universities and that type of thing. It's not hard to do. And watching everyone being, well, we're not going to do it is
But also to have it set in place and it moving forward. I mean, assuming that it's moving forward and evolving and then to just say, nope, we're done. We're done with treating people equally. We're done with, I just,
it's the don't be a bunch of pussies argument. Oh, you guys are just being a bunch of pussies. It is the exhaustion of watching all this bad shit happen around us and everyone supporting it. And no one in power who has any type of platform going, what the actual fuck, you guys? What the fuck?
I just, I, it's hard because my instant split reaction is always honestly shock and awe for half a second when things like this happen. But we're not surprised. Nobody's surprised.
It's upsetting, but not surprising.
Mhm. I was trying to think what else we were talking about with the DEI.
So I want to talk about the AI program.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Meta came out with an AI, right?
I'm
And
sorry, you just like, prepared to do something athletic. You were like, all right.
so they had an AI, and the personality of it was a Black queer woman, right? The journalist, I want to make sure I get the journalists' names right. So, do you have it on you? It's the link
It's
I sent you.
Karen Atia. I'm gonna just send it. I'll just post the link.
Well, thanks. Thank you. So
Oh, it's behind a paywall.
she went and was talking to the AI. So the journalist who's also Black was talking to this AI, and she's like, "So how do you celebrate your culture?" And she's like, "We love fried chicken and collard greens on Juneteenth." And the journalist was like, "Okay, cool. So who are you modeled after?" Gloria Pritchett from Modern Family, a sassy straight Latina woman who was an immigrant. And she's like, "So who developed you?" And the AI was answering. The AI was like, a bunch of white guys, one lady, and one Asian guy." And then she was like, "But also this Asian girl, she's to blame for a lot of this. And like, she didn't really do a good job making me. So they should be doing better." And the whole conversation, you really should go to the link that we just dropped, and we'll actually add it to the show notes because it is worth a read. It is
It's behind a
distressing.
paywall, but I think you can get a free read if you just give your email to the man.
Also, there is the blue sky script thread
Yeah.
has the entire combo in the so
But it's
it
also all
ends
over
with
digital.
and So then she was comparing what the AI had told her versus another journalist and who was white. And the AI basically said, I'm looking for words like heritage and culture. And that indicates to me that you're not white. So
White, what was it? It was like white people use words like, what was it? Tradition and community.
really uptight, waspy words, which is
Waspy.
just so
So sorry
it
about that.
was distressing to read. And then what was the one other thing she said? And she's like, well, then you told this guy that you're part Italian. And the AI was like, oops, teehee, I lied. But now that you've been talking to me, black lady, I have remembered that I am also a black lady. It was, I wish I was making this up. You have to read the whole thread. It was almost everything I just said verbatim. And then the journalist finally told the AI that she was a journalist, and the AI got real cunty.
Oh my God, that was my favorite part. My favorite part was the very end. Can I talk about
I
that?
have to pull this up and read it because do you have, if you have it on
I
you,
have
please
it.
read it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yes,
Like,
go ahead.
this might not be what you're talking about, but I'm talking about the very end because
Yeah,
I want to read it how I
go
heard
for it.
it in my head when I read it the first
Yes.
time. This is exactly how I heard it. So Liv is the AI, right? So Liv said, they'll likely tremble sending mail to a Washington Post journalist who just schooled their creation on representation and bias. Do you think
Yeah.
the story will make headlines? Flawed AI confronts bias with help from fearless journalists. And then Karen goes, goodbye. That's it. She just said goodbye. And then Liv goes, until Dr. Kim's team faces your penetrating questions, farewell for now. May my next iteration be worthy of your intellect and activism. And it just sounded so bitchy to me. And like to me, it was literally just like, I'm mocking you for being a journalist.
Could not
And I
have
am
sounded more
racist.
like a fucking white guy's response. So that's the thing. It could not have sounded more like some small dicked, toxic masculine, asshole white guy responding. Ooh, look at the little journalist in her little journalist notebook. Look at me. I write for the paper. It was just. And then, so this reporter reported on it and made us like, never mind. We're just, they deleted the whole thing. They're like, never, they didn't try to make it better. They didn't try to be like, you know what? This is a learning lesson for us. And we really should bring in more people of color, you know, from, who are interested in STEM and have a more diverse group of nothing. They're just like, fuck it, delete it.
Well, they just did the opposite by just negating the DEI programs and initiatives.
But that's what I mean. Do you know how
Oh,
much goodwill you could have bought yourself by just being, you know what? This is a lesson for us. If you just, as Sheryl Sandberg says, leaned into it, if you just leaned into it and like, you know what? We have heard you and we're actually going to make an effort to improve our DEI, to improve our AI so that there is more representation here. Nope. They're just like, fuck it. I don't want to do it anymore.
that's what I was gonna say too, is Amazon is another one who's doing that. And
Uh,
Amazon was the
yep.
one, remember, that was like, um, we're gonna, they called the policies outdated. They're like, these policies are outdated, so we're just gonna throw them out.
Rid of
We're
them.
gonna toss them out.
These less than 4-year-old policies. Fuck them.
So ridiculous. Yeah, I know I'm laughing, you guys. Like this is very serious. I just that's my reaction because otherwise I would just be crying and screaming and kicking.
It is exhausting. It's exhausting. It's oh, and then there was that when talking about Rednote, TechCrunch just released an article being like, "What's up, pussies? Going to Rednote? It's not going so great, is
I
it?"
saw
Because
that.
there's this weird media propaganda where it's just like, I mean, they're not real people, the Chinese. They're still super bad. What the fuck are you talking about?
Mhm.
What are you talking about? It's actually going really great and is super fun, but
Mhm.
it is just this pervasive white supremacy, patriarchal horseshit that keeps happening. And again, I recognize I am a white lady, but like there are people I love and care about who this affects.
Mhm. Greatly.
Yes, white. That's our cultural pronunciation of it.
Yeah.
Because you had to make that
It
disgusting
stems from the
in your throat.
German. I hate everything.
And I feel I'm lecturing, but it's really just that draining exhaustion and being afraid for the people you love and feeling helpless.
Sitting with
I didn't mean to
everything.
bring it, I'm sorry, I didn't
No,
mean to bring it down, but
no, you didn't bring it down. What are you talking about?
it has just been really difficult to watch the the people I care about and love get put more and more in danger and their opportunities get smaller and smaller and the world gets smaller and meaner.
By billionaires in power. Ooh, yep.
Yes, Alyssa
Good
just
link,
posted a
Alyssa.
link. Again, we'll also include this in the show notes, but it's the Holocaust Explained and the role that business had in the Holocaust. Yes, you got Volkswagen, you had Chanel was a supporter of Nazis, you had Hugo Boss. So there are that are still around today, multiple brands that came out of Nazi occupied Germany.
Hmm. And that's just like
And it's scary.
how
It feels
Meta's trying to
scary.
position themselves.
I feel
It's so
scared.
scary. I'm not, I've been pretty
Yeah.
numb ever since the election, I would say. Guys, there's cat hair everywhere.
I watch you keep trying to pick it out of your lip
I
gloss.
know. It's
Actually, that's the feeling of this week. The feeling of this week is having lip gloss on and hair on your lips, and you can't get that hair off. That is how I felt all week. It's just that agitated, anxious. There's something there and you can't fix it.
they literally wanted fascism because fascists union
Yes.
bust, take away workers' rights, etc. Humans have been goofy goobers for as long as we've existed. We just now have better ways of sharing our cultural silly things. I mean, goofy goobers is quite an understatement, my dear. Um,
The My favorite thing is women who wear hijab putting hijab on cats. There are tons of videos out there of them putting hijabs on their pets, and it is delightful. And that's it sounds stupid, but that's a thing of just like we now have a way to share the goofy shit that we do in our cultures that actually like draws us together and to have the government go, actually, we really don't want you to do that. We want you to stay isolated and not know anything about anyone else except for America. That's how it feels.
and here I
And
am.
I know I'm not saying anything new. And I know I'm not saying anything new. I know I'm not saying anything that people don't already know, but that existential dread has just I it has gotten worse and worse. Um,
And here I am just trying to buy a baby swaddle for my cat to put him in it. So,
I it's it's essentially a way to keep the classes separate, to keep us fighting against each other, and instead of turning, our gaze where it needs to be, which is on the people who are in power,
yep,
we just continue to infight among ourselves over petty, stupid shit. It doesn't matter.
yep.
It's just exhausting. It's exhausting. Again, I know I'm not saying anything new, but it is just sad and disheartening.
Even with
Well, that's our time, guys. Have a great rest.
yes. Well, I know we've left you with a lot to think about and
Yeah.
cry over and agonize over. Oh,
Oh, there was the other thing. Meta is blocking links to
yeah.
a decentralized competitor on Instagram. Like, can you talk about that? Because again, I think that really makes the point of like they are trying to keep us stupid and isolated and unknowing.
I don't know a whole lot about it, but they started blocking links to the decentralized competitor Pixel Fed. I can also share that link, I guess, if anybody's curious.
So do you see what we're doing is we are sharing links to what we're talking about so you can read it yourself and also fucking fact check.
Fact check us.
That's how that works.
But Pixel Fed is like open source and it's completely community funded. And they were being just like deleted. And it was saying this goes against our community standards on spam. That's such bullshit that
The fact that truth is spam.
it's just, but I think the biggest thing I wanted to point out was I know just to like give people alternatives. Listen, you guys know that we're on Instagram. We're technically on Twitter, but I've been trying to, first of all, I'm not on Twitter. We have auto stuff going to Burnout Collective Twitter, I think. And I've pretty much replaced every single Twitter link anywhere, almost anywhere, I think, with Blue Sky. But if you're looking for options, I know it's hard. It was really hard. I didn't quit Twitter until pretty recently. I feel like it was in Q3, Q4 of last year because that was so hard for me because Twitter was a place where sit down. Twitter was a place that like it was my favorite social media and I met some really awesome people on Twitter, back in like 2010, 2011, and that was just my social media of choice and it was perfect for me. Just bite-sized, just, shit posting, just sharing these like random thoughts that I think are funny or that I think somebody else might resonate with somebody else that I know that was in my feed. And it's not that anymore. So like I had a lot of followers. I had a big community on Twitter, so it was really difficult for me to leave, even though I have to leave. I didn't delete my account yet. And I think I need to do that, but it is really hard. But my first step was just not using it anymore and not going there anymore. And if you're looking for alternatives, Blue Sky, we're on Blue Sky. I'm on Blue Sky. Rebecca needs to fucking get on Blue Sky.
I will not. I
You
won't
get on Blue
do
Sky.
it.
Get
I
on Blue
won't.
Sky. Well,
There is nothing I have to say in any other capacity besides this fucking podcast that is interesting enough or witty enough that someone else hasn't already said. There's just,
but I'm on there and I'm lonely.
I know you are, but I talk to you on the phone every day.
Do you? No.
Almost every, you know what I mean. I'm not on fucking Blue Sky.
Okay.
I have enough shit to
Okay. I'll
also
make you an account.
think. Okay.
No, you don't have to.
Thank you.
I just wanted to share with everybody the alternatives. So there's Blue Sky, obviously, for Twitter, PixelFed for IG. Definitely have not made the jump from IG yet. That's going to be hard. And then Rednote for TikTok. So
That's the hard part is that all our shit is just run by monsters.
why are you
And actually, it's really funny because talking to Alyssa last week and how she said she's become more conscious of what companies she is, choosing to use. And I
to
think
give your money to?
this is a very easy thing that you could just be like, you know what? I'm going to be getting off of Instagram. I'm going to be getting off of Facebook. I don't think that means that, any of the other companies may not be just as bad, but at the very least, the ones that we know are for sure bad, we can just make the decision to just not use them.
Not me getting Chick-fil-A the other day and feeling guilty about it. I'm actually
Chick-fil-A is
pissed.
so gross.
No, I don't know who turned me on to Chick-fil-A mac and cheese. Honestly, it's not even about the mac and cheese, Rebecca. You know what it's about? The
The
frosted
frozen
lemonade.
lemonade.
The frosted
Yeah.
lemonade. I should just buy from Rita's. I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's the
Readers,
same thing. Readers.
Readers.
Rita's water ice. It's Rita's.
Okay.
Rita's water ice. Water ice.
Rita probably voted for Trump.
She would never. She would absolutely never do that.
I love everything Rebecca is doing.
Well, Alyssa, you're the one who actually put that out there into the world and made us take that into consideration and do it.
That's why
So,
we're like, literally, you inspire us every day.
and again, just saying it out loud for any of you assholes, I realize two white girls leaving Facebook is not going to change the fucking world, but also,
I wish I could leave Facebook, but I haven't been on it in forever. I'm just not there.
I don't even know why I'm on anymore. I don't like anybody.
That's true. You just don't like anybody.
I don't. I think that's what's gonna have to happen. Because here's the thing, if we are trying to do better or change things or
Mhm.
put our energy into doing something good or lifting people up, you can't have the succubus of like shit companies and shit social
The
media. And
succubus, if you
this,
will.
oh my God, that was so good. Jamie.
Thank you.
Oh my God, Jamie. I'm so proud of you. That was amazing. So
Yeah.
the succubus. So having the emotional capital to keep doing this and keep pushing and keep doing whatever you can,
Yeah.
we're just gonna have to move to different platforms where we can kind of be with people who are also energized and wanting to do the same thing. Which, by the way, is what we're trying to do with the Burnout Collective. And we have a Discord. If you haven't joined it yet, please join our Discord where you can meet minded people who are here to talk with communities, share your art, share your work, help
Vegan.
look for jobs.
Vegan. Yours is Discord now, so mine's vegan.
Fine. Decord. No, that's not even good. E word? No, whatever. Join fucking Discord if you haven't already.
Discord.
Again, you can't build a community of people if you don't have a place for them to go. So we're small, but we're trying, and we want to do something good with what we're doing. Thank you guys for listening to us and letting us kind of out. It's been a rough week. Again, we're not sure where to go from here. We're not sure what to do. We are concerned and we love our friends. And I think it's just been a draining kind of week.
We really appreciate you guys all being here, and thank you to everybody who is supporting us by going to Spotify and Apple Podcasts and everything else. Really appreciate it. We just want to keep nurturing. Well, I don't like that I said nurturing. We just want to keep not
encouraging.
Like I'm like fostering, and I'm like, no, all of this is bad. Just encouraging.
Being a welcoming place.
The community is first and foremost. That was our idea for the Burnout Collective. The podcast was so secondary. It was just, what do we do to get the word out? And it was, oh, we could, I mean, like, I think before we had said, oh, we should podcast, but I don't think we were ever really serious. It was just, oh, we should do that. And it just kind of, sorry, there's just cat hair everywhere.
Ugh.
It's bad right now. I just want to like have our community join the Discord and hang out with us, play games. Let's keep doing it. Share jobs.
Yeah.
I'm still looking for work. There are a lot of people in there that are still looking for work. I know even more people that are looking for work. And it's rough out there. I just got a so sorry we went with somebody else email from a company over a month after I last spoke to them, and they ghosted me, which is, we have a good thing going. I'm so glad you're my friend. I'm so glad. I'm so lucky.
Thank you so much for being my friend. I'm so glad.
All right.
Thank you for listening to our thank you for listening to our
blapping
weekly recap of bullshit. We will be back next week. We will have better attitudes.
Follow us, rate us on the podcast apps, join the Discord.
All right. Love you.
Love you. Thanks for being here. Bye. The Burnout Collective is hosted by me, Jamie Young.
And me, Rebecca McCracken. You can find all our episodes plus show notes at burnoutcollective.com.
Follow the Discord link on our website to join the Burnout community. You can also find us on TikTok and Instagram.
If you're interested in being a guest on a future episode or have questions or feedback, you can email us at podcast@burnoutcollective.com.